Hi everyone. This video will highlight information from Assignment 5. Assignment 5 is Discussion Form 4 here in Week 5, right before break week. And there are a couple of things you'll need to refer to in addition to the instructions for Discussion Form 4. One of those things is to take a look at assignment number 6, which is Case Project 2, and the research from this discussion forum will help you do Case Project 2. Case Project 2, you'll find it in week 6 after break. Then we're going to go back up here to the top of the website. You should have already watched this video because you had to write examples of sentence pattern 1 and discussion form 2. And you will write more examples of sentence pattern 1 in discussion form 4, and you will add examples of discussion of sentence pattern 2. So if we open this folder, in addition to the video, you'll see that I have a file here that has written examples of the sentence patterns. I mean, they're in the video, but I would suggest that if you print this file and kind of use it as a guide when you're writing your sentence patterns in your discussion forms, that will be helpful for you. You may have figured that out already. Now if we come back down here and look at discussion form 4. Discussion form 4 is very similar to discussion form 2. In discussion form 2, you researched some of the roles and the purposes and types of social media. And in this discussion forum, you're going to be finding information about a variety of types of visual media, best practices for using the visual media, and then tools to create visual media and suggestions on how to do that. And again, you've got 5 research topics. You have to write in your own words. You can list your sources if you want to at the end, but if you use a specific quote or a statistic or something like that, you should cite the source of that. The rules are the same here. The reflections are your research. Your first post is at least 4, not more than 5 paragraphs, and at least 6 sentences, but not too much more than 6 or 8 sentences in each of the paragraphs. Now up here, you're going to include some examples of sentence pattern 1, because we'll always be including examples of sentence patterns that we've already learned and then adding some new ones. So in this case, you're going to add the 3 examples of sentence pattern 2, 2A, 2B, and 2C. And you're going to label them. You don't have to label sentence pattern 1, just write them. If you're writing them correctly, I will know what you have written. You can label them if you want to. And then when we come down here, you'll see that I gave you one example of each of sentence pattern 2 versions, and I labeled them for you. So we'll come up here and just remind ourselves that you'll need to respond to at least 5 of your colleagues, and each response needs to ask a question, and each response needs to mention something from what your colleagues wrote. And as it will be the case in many of these discussion forums, you have to ask 3 questions for your colleagues to answer. So don't forget to do that. And you won't forget to do that if you always come up and look at the rubric before you submit this, because it will say, did you ask 3 questions? Did you respond to 5 classmates? Did you write correctly? That sort of thing. So it's kind of a review of what you were supposed to do. So if you look at that, you won't forget to do any of those things. So hopefully this is helpful, and I will look forward to reading the information that you found about visual media.